Today we're going to talk about three subjects. What is the Sesquiu Trust? What it means to be lost at sea? And the language fraud. Okay. Now, the Sesquiu Trust was set up for people that were lost at sea, and it's in maritime. What does that mean? Well, if somebody is lost at sea for more than 7 years, they're essentially declared as bankrupt, and their estate immediately goes into probate, and trustees appointed to oversee that lost at sea, that person lost at sea. The way that you come out of being lost at sea is that you have to be a live-life claimant, which essentially means that two people have to witness that you are no longer lost at sea or dead at sea, and then of course your estate will be given back to you. Because the people that have created this mechanism really used it to capture your sweat equity, or in maritime law it's called capturing your soul, S-O-L-E, and you can look it up under corporate soul. They don't really want to give it back to you because they want to live on your sweat equity. So that's one. So what does it mean to be lost at sea? So I'll come on to this document that I sometimes make reference to, which sells the Squamish people into being debtors, or permanently named debtors, which is another word for slavery. And they use a mechanism in maritime known as, in this case, captured baptized souls lost at sea. Well, they're baptized, so it's Vatican, and they're captured because they're lost at sea. Nobody stopped and corrected their format of writing in maritime when a person is dead, which is to simply take my name, for example. This means full colon, and that in language terms means for the mark and a full stop. What they do is they write that in all capitals, which is also a maritime expression. I know those people in there in strawman land will be thinking just in strawman, but that's also a way of writing things when you're aboard a vessel. Okay, nom de guerre, or in all caps. So because nobody stopped and corrected their name being in all capitals, i.e. take it back out of all capitals into upper and lower case, you're presumed and assumed to be lost at sea. So that type of document proves the existence of what that maritime expression is, and how they're capturing souls as being baptized lost at sea, because they're baptized by the Vatican. So we'll come to another document. This document is the document of the Club of 300, the club that they say doesn't really exist, but of course I have their document here right in front of me, making contract to sell, in this case, the Filipino islands into permanent debtors. And here you can see, although it's in fiction language, you can see it's a certificate of live birth. Okay, certificate of live birth. And of course it's witnessed by this person here, which I won't speak too much about. Although this is all Illuminati fiction world garbage, you are essentially lost at sea and you are permanent debtors, and the explanations can go on and on. But the point that I'm making is that you can come out of it any time by having a live-life claim, of course, or a certificate of live birth. But it's the language fraud. It's the language fraud that we need to address. Because they're writing in a fiction language, under maritime law, you have to give closure, one word, one meaning per sentence, and a full stop at the end of every sentence to stop the thought. So once you learn to syntax a document, and it doesn't matter how big these people are, you'll be able to disqualify under the Chief Federal Judge David Way Miller's law technology. And that's how you get out of these types of slavery documents that hold you as permanent debtors. Okay, this is a continuation on about the Sesquiu Trust. I wanted to add a few more words, and the words is the way and why your name is written in all capitals in maritime from this is how it should be written on land as a live life claimant as well, is because they can't guarantee your travel, they can't guarantee your safety while you're in transit from one point to another. The reason why it's travel by its very nature is dangerous. Okay, so that's why they put their name like this. So if you do pass away, or something terrible happens at sea or on an aeroplane or train, you're already nom de guerre. Okay, it's already in all capitals. And when you get back on the land, your name would have to be put like this to say that you're now out of danger. That's the protocol. Okay. Now, I was also talking about maritime law of closure. It's part of what closure means is that it's part of your flag etiquette. And flag etiquette, like any etiquette in speaking, is that you have to tell them from which dictionary you're speaking from. If you don't tell them which dictionary, then of course you don't know which dictionary they're speaking from or what language they're speaking. Even though the words may sound like English, it's the assumption it is that it offers one word equals one meaning, which it doesn't, because that's part of the corruption of the law, corruption of the language. So if they don't tell you what the closure is with the flag protocols, as well as what the meaning of a particular word is, or what your charter is, they're already in violation of maritime law. If you ever wondered why pirates fly the skull and bone flag, it's because under maritime law, they're telling you what their intention is. As long as they tell you what their intention is and following law, flag protocol, they're not actually breaking any laws, and they are operating as private pirateers in maritime, or be in sea jurisdiction. So those are some of the things that you guys have to take into consideration when you're dealing with documents, as well as the Siskiyou Trust and the rest of it. Okay. As for the rest of it, I will upload videos explaining more and more of how this works as we go along. Okay, thank you very much. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm going to comment on the New World Order flag and what it means. Certainly there's going to be about 30 different groups out there that's going to love what I'm about to say with this New World Order flag. Can we have a look at the New World Order flag? So take a few seconds out to just examine what it looks like. And of course you can type it into Google to find out in detail what the New World Order flag looks like. Now I'm going to break this flag up so you know bit by bit how this is played out. Now of course you know the New World Order. The New World Order just simply tries to capture the whole world so they can capture your sweat equity, because that's the only thing that they can capture of you, and you have to give them consent. So they lie and trick you into giving them consent. So if you look at the flag, it is of course a flat. Okay, it's not three-dimensional, it's not a sphere, it is flat. So all of you flat earth theorists out there are going to love this. Now these are all the continents that the New World Order people, the Illuminati and the federal government all have captured. Okay, they captured it with your consent under maritime law. It's a blue background, so it's maritime. So now let's have a look at the laurel wreaths here. They are Roman, of course, the Roman emperor wears them. And the wings, that's also in the shape of a wing, is an eagle. That's wingtips are up, so it's predatory money. That's federal. If it was the wingtips were down, that would be phoenix money. So every time they change the Pope, they always burn the chimneys in the Vatican City for 3 days, so they can publicly announce that's a phoenix act that they're doing, which means the phoenix is setting itself on fire and resurrecting itself as something else. Okay, when they don't burn it for 3 days, I think they burn it for 4 days, and that breaks the continuation of everything that they were before, i.e. like Emperor Constantine burnt the Christians. They weren't called Christians then, and then he said, I'm the new Christian. That's how these people work. Okay, so these are all the land masses that they've captured. Let's pull in a little bit closer to the, that's that. So it's the background for it, the symmetrical patterns that you see on it is the navigation patterns that they create as opposed to the Ordnance Survey maps. So this will be the, I think this belongs to the Bureau of Weights and Measures, which belongs to the federal government as well. What's interesting for me is not only is it a two-dimensional plane that it's a one-dimensional plane that we're looking at, okay, so it's flat. In addition to that, they have not displayed any of the territories that they have captured, because that would be a downright violation of flag protocol, and this is a flag, okay, it's a maritime flag. The continent that they have not captured there is the continents that they don't have treaties with, i.e. Antarctica. They do not have a treaty with Antarctica. That's why they cannot display it on there. Now, of course, there's a lot of theories out there as to what Antarctica contains, but I'll put it to you simply before I go into an elaboration that may last for days. But essentially, Admiral Byrd went there as a postmaster, because that's what this is the job of the postmaster, to treaty with probably the inhabitants or habitants of people that lived there, and they would have said no. Okay, so I think that story is quite famous, and Byrd and the Nazis, they all came running out because they could not treaty with the inhabitants of there. Whatever species are there, I don't know, but I'm quite happy to have a guess they gave a no answer, okay, because federal, by the way, if you go back far in Latin, means contract by foul means, okay, so that is that.
Believe it or not, you're living in the post-apocalyptic era right now. See, those mountains out there are giant tree stumps of silica trees that used to reach up higher than the clouds. And they're all gone now. So clearly, we're living in the post-apocalyptic era. And, you know, they show you all these images of, you know, like nuclear bombs and stuff like that. And they tell you that if a nuclear bomb goes off, the radiation will take tens of thousands of years to clear up. But then you go to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and they built right on top of ground zero. And it's all fake. The cities were firebombed, and you've been hustled about everything in your history books. So you're in the post-apocalyptic era right now. Those were giant silica trees that used to reach up above the clouds. You know that Jack and the Beanstalk? You know, they rub this shit in your face, people. So it's true. We're in the post-apocalyptic era right now. And, you know, it is just that simple, whether you see it or not. I'm telling you that it's been rubbed in your face since day one. How people don't see this is beyond me. And, you know, the earth is flat. Everybody thinks they're on a ball floating through space as a monkey. It's kind of silly. And your compass needle, if you pick up any compass, you'll see that needle is pointing to the center of the flat earth plane. There's a holy grail there, a fountain of youth, where you drink from those living waters and get eternal life. And, you need to get to my channel and catch up on reality.
If you ever wondered why pirates fly the skull and bone flag, it's because under maritime law, they're telling you what their intention is. As long as they tell you what their intention is and following law, flag protocol, they're not actually breaking any laws, and they are operating as private pirateers in maritime, or be in sea jurisdiction.
Whether you like it or not, the Pope has in his possession documents called the Papal Bulls. They're burnt into the flesh of a newborn baby that was murdered and sacrificed. And this Pope suggests that he owns you as livestock, and that you know nothing of truth until I personally spell it out for you. See, what I did is I protested outwardly to the world that I am the Vicar of Christ, and I spilt up lots of blood and published it for the whole world to see, that I'm going to release everybody from bondage and bring forth heaven on earth. And what happened was I captured the attention of your creator. And I have the favor of your creator. And I'm taking over this world legally. I'm flying my colors clear. For the benefit of all, to bring forth heaven on earth, release everybody from bondage. I pointed out in a previous video that the ancient gods of the past are real. And they give out gifts if you stand in truth. For the benefit of all, to bring forth heaven on earth, release everybody from bondage. And you get the favor of the gods and goddesses of this realm that you live. You're in the Colosseum right now. So when you see people talking shit like, oh, if you put your blood up beside Quasiluminous under blood over intent to bring forth heaven on earth, that you're going to be demon possessed. And this is kind of funny. These are flippy Jesus freaks you can't possibly imagine. They start out all their videos with, praise Jesus. That's kind of funny. They don't even know that Jesus is the sun above your head. And it's conscious. And until you look at the sun and speak your intent, that you intend to bring forth heaven on earth for the benefit of all. Kindly give me the knowledge of the ages so I can carry this to fruition. You know, you ain't getting no knowledge. You're not going to get any power. You're a filthy monkey lost at sea. It's pitiful. You're the demon. So it turns out, it doesn't matter what you believe. It's what did you intend to do about it. You see, all of your leaders, they all swear in a Bible before they go into office. And these are the people that take your taxes, that rule over you. And your silence was consent. So if you don't understand what this book is telling you, this is a weapon. It's telling you that in there, Corinthians 4:4, that Satan owns this world. And I can see what's up. So when I put up gallons of my blood using those blood bank certificates under Satan, the Antichrist, the Prince of Darkness, to release everybody from bondage and bring forth heaven on earth, that was published to the World Wide Web. Nobody contested it. And the Great Spirit of this earth gave me this spear of destiny and shows me her holy hole and how to take over the fucking universe. And it's just that simple. And nobody has to like it. You know, when I say I have the favor of your creator, I'm telling you, I look at the sun every day and talk to your creator. You don't even believe that the sun is conscious. That's the collective consciousness of the whole. How people are missing this is unfucking believable. I look directly at the sun and I speak my intent. I don't ask for stuff. I don't pray for anything. I say, kindly give me the knowledge of the ages. I intend to bring forth heaven and earth in your name. And I remind you often, I get all my power from the sun. It's programming me to say specific stuff, do very specific things. And I'm sure within a year or two, I could get everybody eternal life. It's just that simple. All I have to do is just keep pointing out the way and lead the way in a couple of years. It's just that simple. So, you know, when you hear people talking about this blood over intent, calling it satanic, it's true that you are the most satanic motherfucker in the world. Every word you speak is a magic spell. You learn spell casting in school. You have God virus. You place the power of creation outside of you. Language is what the computer speaks. That's what you program computers with. That's why you watch TV programs all day. And you graduate, you put on your satanic robe, everything about you. Bowing your head in prayer at a funeral, blowing out the candle, making a wish, blowing on the dice, throwing the coin in the wishing well. I could go on and on and on for days. That you took your test with your number 2 shit pencil. Number 1 is a peepee, number 2 is shit. The ash trailing light, the astral light. One side of a light hole is a black hole with the green astral jet shooting out. At the center of the dish is the fountain of youth. There's no way to fuck this up. And if you don't help out by making videos every day like this, your life is in my hands. And if I don't wake up enough people to cause an exodus to happen, you will die of old age or stupidity. That's the prescription of reality. So this flat earth movement, you know, I see all these flat earth videos when I go down that list and I see nobody pointing out the Holy Grail. It's like everybody keeps talking about this same shit. There's no way to fuck this up. At the center of this flat earth plane is the Holy Grail. Everybody should be making these Holy Grail videos every freaking day of their life. If you don't, that means that your life is in my hands. That means you're leaving it up to me to wake up enough people to cause an exodus to get us all to this place before we're dead. Now, I could do this all day long. There's nothing illegal about it. Nobody's bothering me. Everybody's for me. I could just keep making Holy Grail videos all day long. And eventually, I'm going to wake up enough people to get us all eternal life. It's just that simple. This is do or die, people. You need to get here before you're dead, or you will die of old age or stupidity. There's no way to fuck it up. So when you look at alchemy and you think of the Philosopher's Stone, it's your blood. You need to place it over your written word, something selfless. This is the alchemy that gets you the knowledge. You know, there's the earth, air, fire, water. You could burn one in a night right beside your nightstand. You know, you blow out the candle on your birthday, make a wish. This is like the reverse. At nighttime, turn off the lights, burn this. I intend to bring forth heaven and earth on your nightstand into a pot. This is like the menstrual blood dripping into the Holy Grail. The green astral jet, that light is the infinite potential. It will find you. It will guide you. And I'm telling you, this whole place you live is conscious. You got to look at the sun and speak your intent. I intend to bring forth heaven and earth for the benefit of all. Kindly give me the knowledge of the ages so I can carry this to fruition in your name and spill up some blood into the earth. You got the earth, the air, the fire, the water. Like I said, take an intent, selfless. I intend to bring forth heaven and earth. Boil it in a pot, let the water cool off, pour it into a plant. Earth, air, fire, water. There's no way to fuck this up. You published one beside my own. That's the Ethernet. Before there was wireless routers, it was all Ethernet cables. And that was Ethernet built on alchemy. It's all set up this way for a reason. There's no way to fuck it up. I'm telling you, the universe is conscious. And everybody out there thinks they're in a ball floating through space is a monkey. They can't see. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole. One electron bounced by a positron. You're in the light bulb underneath the embryonic fluid. That you're in the matrix for real. The land of the dead. Everybody thinks, oh my God, they think they're free. But they're in complete, everybody's in debt in the land of the free. And the Holy Grail's right over there. Eternal life. The street should be lined with fruit-bearing trees. It's crazy. Oh my God. This is crazy. It's like, if I don't make videos, everybody's going to die. It's crazy.